Hello, everyone. This is Yoshinja with Tactics League, and I am joined today with Jokerfish as a commentator.
Yo, hey, it's a terrific Tactics Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tactics Tuesday, everybody, and today we have a special presentation. It is a mock exhibition between Jorgumand versus Felz. We also have a new official who will be officiating this match, Mr. Wingman. Are you there?
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. And we're going to just do this as a presentation to not only have a nice game recording, but also to get everything set up in advance for Sunday's event. So everybody kick back and enjoy the show. Before we do get started, I do have a special little video I want to play. It is by ours truly, Mikey from Tactics Live Tournament.
Round, players will face off with their roster in a best of 3 matches to determine a winner.
Seconds here with that.
There are initial
playing.
rules in place for determining tiebreakers in the case of a draw. Matches are limited to 15 minutes and 40 actions. Each player is required to submit a roster at the time of registering for the tournament. It consists of a minimum of 5 to a maximum of 7 different units. The 6th and 7th units are considered sidebar units. This means you can swap out units before each battle in order to form new combinations of 5. But you cannot change their individual loadouts of jobs, abilities, or equipment. You may field a maximum of 1 unique character each match, which I refer to as the General. Unique characters can be sidebar characters as well, though taking 3 swappable generals means you limit which troops you can swap out. Alternatively, you can opt not to use uniques at all, though their inherent abilities and class stats are definitely worth consideration.
All right.
All right.
And we are ready to go. This is the first game of the best of 3 series, Jorgumand versus Felz. We're going to be heading over to Mullonde Cathedral, Nave.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. He's the newcomer Jorgumand is running Alma, more defensive, where Felz is running Cloud. So it's gonna be a lot of bombing coming up, and I don't know if the new guy is used to it.
That's definitely a good statement there, Joker. Definitely want to see what he's going to be up to. This is his first time playing, as far as I'm aware. He actually just got situated today, so he's definitely kind of running right into the thick of it. But still, give him props for, hey, I want to hop in and give this a go. So.
Yeah, no, much deserved props, but yeah, hopefully it'll scare him away.
Hopefully not. Definitely not. But if you guys see, Felz is actually, and we are watching through Felz's point of view, speaking of which, Felz is actually looking at Jorgumand's team real quick to see what he's all running, which is always important because you want to know what kind of gear and status immunities, and what kind of setups that each opposing unit is running, so that way that part's already taken care of. It's always ideal to take at least the first minute and a half to skim through all your opponent's team, so that way everything is situated. Looks like Jorgumand is going straight up to Felz's mime.
Yeah, that curse garb, you don't usually see it run because poison damage is a lot higher now.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
It's definitely going to be interesting, so I'm really curious about what he's about to do.
Take out the mime, yeah. No, if you could do it, go for it.
Yeah. It does have Speechcraft on the secondary too, so I mean, it does have some other options. He could, of course, go for the dual wield attack. That mime is invis though, so invisibility does reduce, or increases your evasion rather, by half of what you already have. So, though that mime probably doesn't have a lot on it, because she is forward and the ninja is directly in front, that class evasion is kicking in, so that could be problematic as well. But,
yeah, Jorgumand might be looking at his percentages to hit, and he's like, "Why the hell is this not 100 or a high enough hit?" And he's probably very confused about that.
Yeah. And again, he is new, so it might be like a little something different. But looks like he's going to go for tried and true Mimic Darla. It will sadly miss though.
That was 59%. That is garbage.
It'd be like that sometimes. Well, we're going to swap over to his Bard now. We got Niato Bard. Okay.
Yeah, classic.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, all right. Pushing a lot further.
I do wonder
on the opposite team.
All right, so he's going to go ahead and do a finale. He's going straight into it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And for those out there that aren't aware, finale it works a little differently than the original game. Finale is now plus 50 CT instead of quick status, which would just guarantee everybody to go next. So though it can usually give you the next immediate turn, depending on where your CT is, it may or may not. So there's a little bit of a balance change there, but it's still very strong, with a little lower end on the hit chance too. It looks like Felz is going to go ahead and push his mime forward, and is going to wait it out.
Okay.
All right. We're switching over to Jorgumand's Dark Knight.
I didn't get to look at Felz's units. I don't know what would be mimicked here. That would probably be a team wipe. Curious what his knight had on a secondary.
Yeah, definitely looks like Felz is pre-positioning his mime to do some mimicry shenanigans from afar. It is kind of hard to see, like you were saying. If I had to guess, though, I think he might be doing something with like Saint Cross, maybe Unholy Sacrifice. Could be something totally different though. But it looks like Jorgumand is going to go ahead and get behind that mime. Got plenty of options there. He's going to go ahead and go for the crushing blow.
Right. Yeah, crit maybe.
Can't get the stop. He does get the stop, however. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
That's a good start. That means no mimicry from that mime now. So Nave's going to go ahead and shift over to his Alma.
Alright, if you're not casting Aegeus on yourself, then it's a waste of a turn.
hey, you got to, man. Aegis is good. Got Black Magics on the secondary. Okay.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
He's got high faith on the Alma character as well, so Yeah, I guess the black magic attacks that she'd be rocking would be pretty high damage as well. That's not bad.
Yeah, he's got plenty of options here too. I didn't check in on terms of immunities on that mime, but it's got potential stuff like Toad, Death, Flare. That mime is definitely a sitting duck at this point, and is completely away from Felz's team. So I'm wondering, is Jorgumand going to go ahead and capitalize on that? He's running.
He's not casting Aegeus. He's not casting Aegeus. Yeah, the teleport's cool, but not casting Aegeus, man. It's a waste of a turn. I'm sorry. That's rough.
Oh, we'll see. He might be looking at it. Could be shifting her forward to get in range for Aegis, but does not look like to be the case at all.
Nope.
Charging with black magics from the looks of it. Looks like it's one of the Aegis based on the AoE size. So see how Felz responds to that.
It's an interesting block. The right side. So
Hey.
I guess the right side approach won't be coming in, but that
There is some zoning there. Yeah.
Yeah. That bard is probably a sitting duck if it's singing too long.
Felz does have the next 4 acting turns too, so this is where he needs to
God.
capitalize
Yeah.
big time here. It looks like that's exactly what he's going for. So it is an unholy sacrifice setup, but that mime will not be able to mimic, but we'll still get the heal.
It'll get the heal. Wow.
Jorgumand thankfully has Battle Monks. He actually managed to absorb that hit as well, so that Dark Knight came out unscathed as well, just a little bit of damage on the Bard. But again, Felz has all the turns, the upcoming turns, so he's got plenty of follow-up potential here.
This is the moment where Jorgumand either stays with the community or quits and throws his controller away. Oh no! Oh, he doesn't have. Oh, he doesn't have music. Never mind. All right.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. I was expecting the normal cloud abilities, like from Chimba Hazard and all that stuff.
Okay.
That's what I would rock.
Yeah, I do. I believe that Felz he's been kind of playtesting something like this pretty similar here recently. He's been running some Unholy Sacrifice setups. Actually, it kind of reminds me of you as well, Joker, because I remember you were doing that before. So
the Dragonheart train.
It's a little different. It's a little different. Since you can't do that anymore, but he is running something to similar effect. He's using a couple of life to do that, more or less. So he's kind of topping off wherever his units are, and just kind of going around doing an unholy party from the looks of it. It looks like he's going to go ahead and position his Mystic further in.
Yeah, Yoshi always tried to ruin my fun when it came to the Dragonheart train, but yeah, no, it's all in the benefit of the game.
Let's see what happens here. So that's going to down Alma there for 126 invigoration. Mystic was already topped off, so that's just going to put him back to full.
Yeah. And there is a benefit to rock the cursed gear for the ninja, because everybody's just ignoring him. He's dead in like 2-3 turns, so who cares about attacking him? It's very interesting tactic.
It is. I mean, the priority right now too is, sure, the ninja has speechcraft, has throw, has potentially hard hitting attacks, but the bard and Alma are definitely more priority target. So I mean, I believe Felz definitely made the right play and just. Before going, the ninja just going straight in for those who are charging a finale, and then potentially that hard-hit black magic, whatever jaw spell Jorgumand was trying to cast. Didn't catch the name of it, but he was definitely casting something in the high level. So I think that's kind of just where he was at. He's like, well, the Bard and the Alma are both stacked. I might as well go for Unholy Sacrifice. That was the plan anyways, right? So let me just get the double.
So since this time mage / summer is at the end of the list, there's a lot of CT time in the gap. He might be able to do 1-turn summon.
That haste might change it though. Let's see what happens.
Oh, okay. Oh, Veil's off.
All right. Yep, Cloud can be touched.
Ninja's back.
Right,
Ninja's back.
Jorgumand's definitely have to make a really, really important play here, because from the looks of it, unless the CT lines up where that summon is going off, like the next action, Felz has pretty much all the room to respond. Looks like he's going to go ahead and position his ninja behind that chemist, who's currently performing Rousing Melody.
Oof.
That's a nice double whack there. 540 total by the ninja. That's the first KO for Jorgumand.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Jorgumand knows about the turn list.
He might not be aware of it. But at the end of the day, that's what practice and playing is all about, right?
Right. Okay.
Looks like Felz can go to a St. Cross here.
And then the mime is going to duplicate it. Yeah, it's probably... Oof.
There's the magic counter.
Magic counter?
Yep. It's going to magic counter St. Cross. It's going to be a double hit there. There goes the Dark Knight.
Wow, that is some icky stuff.
And there's the Mimicry St. Cross.
Alright.
We probably should have put a flash and disclaimer epilepsy warning. So do apologize for anybody watching this in the future, like, what is this? What's going on here?
I gotta stop the stream. It's hurting my eyes.
Fel's gonna go ahead and charge up a stone on Jorgumand's ninja, which is the last unit that he has standing. Looks like Fel's might be just kind of weighing in what plays he can make with the mine.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like he's gonna go ahead and just make sure he's got a double Mimicry stone there, which is fair. Alright, so let's see if this first duration connects. If it does, that's GG.
Yeah, that was a huge wombo combo.
Oh, they'd missed.
That knight versus the mime, and then on top of that magic counter. Very interesting.
Oh, there's the stone.
Double
All right,
stone.
and with that, that is game 1.
Yeah. No, let's see. Hopefully Jorgumand's still with us and run away.
Alright. And we got everybody unmuted and undeafened.
There we go.
And
I
with
missed
that
the acts on that one again. I'm sorry.
20. Shoot.
I know it was in the 20s. Felz, did you catch what act that was?
I didn't. I don't know.
I'll just say 24.
Yeah, I was thinking 24 as well when you asked that.
Felz, that was a very interesting little combination right there. The mime and then the magic counter. Interesting.
Switch to downtime while you guys get situated for the second game. All right, and we are back. Game 2, Orbonne Monastery. This is still Jorgumand versus Felz. That's a best of 3 series. This will determine who is the winner. Felz is already up 1-0. Felz can take out Jorgumand here, then he is the winner of this exhibition.
Yeah, Jorgumand switched out the Alma for Delita, so I'm curious how quick his Delita is. This is a very small map, so usually it's a race.
Oh.
That was perfect. The Ninja was built for the small map. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was definitely good. That was a good play there. So he went ahead and just went straight for that Chemist. Keep in mind that Chemist does have Angel Ring, so he does have re-raise, but he did get that Chemist out of action here, and will burn that re-raise off automatically. But, yep, we do have a Delita this time around instead of Alma, so let's see how he plays it out.
Yeah, 14 speed, I think, is probably the weakness of Felz' team. At the end of the list, usually it looks like most of the Felz units go, but if you have a team that's a little bit quicker, yeah, you can be able to make moves and stop a lot of actions or plays from happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely good assessment there. And again, this is Jorgumand's first game ever, from what I understood. So he's definitely probably gonna be playing more aggressive too. I'm pretty sure he not aware about Cloud having that Veil status for the Steadfast Ring. So for those that are not aware, Steadfast Ring has a special status effect called Veil, which basically just means you can't be targeted for X amount of turns. It's usually like you get 1 unit action and then it falls off shortly after. But that just means that Felz' Cloud can't be targeted, which might be something that Jorgumand is looking at. It's probably like, why are my Holy Sword... Yeah, why can't Holy Swords see around out here? Why
am I not doing any damage?
So, but that's all part of the learning ropes and just kind of getting a bigger understanding of what all is there and has been changed in that scope. But anyways, he still is in position for different plays here. He's got Judgment Blade, Hollow Bolt. He's got several options, so I think that's actually one of his best options, is to go ahead and just go for the AoE damage. Maybe get a stop in there, maybe?
Stop? No stop. That's a shame.
That was a solid 260 on that night, with the Mystic having defense boost that mitigated additional damage there. Let's see what Jorgumand does on the follow-up here. He does have some damaged units on Felz' end, so maybe he's going to try to clean somebody up.
Yeah, if you can get over to the Knight, you might be able to get some good Kiku damage. Otherwise, I don't know how much movement does he have. Yeah, he can go all the way up.
A decent bit.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. A Raging Dragon on that Mime and Mimic. I mean, the Mime and the Mystic.
Yeah, definitely could. You could definitely get in range. Just curious as to how aggressive he's going to play. He's going all the way. Okay, he's committing. All right. Definitely not a bad idea. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. All right, so
that Mystic does not have Arcane Defense, correct? It just has the Protect Shell.
As far as I'm aware, it's just Protect Shell.
Yeah. No, Raging Inferno.
Charge Raid. Yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the Mystic is down.
Mystic does not die, but it's in critical, sadly, there. So let's see how Felz responds. Got away with 11 HP.
Yeah.
I will give it to Jorgumand, though. That was definitely a good initial onslaught there by his behalf. He was trying to get as much damage out as possible since he already committed. Trying to put Felz on the back leg as fast as he could. Now that Felz has the upcoming actions, to see how Felz responds to that.
Wonder if the same behavior that happened in the last game, where the ninja was ignored, will that come back and haunt Felz this time, since it's such a small map?
Yeah, I agree. I think that might be something that Felz needs to at least keep in mind. I mean, even though that ninja is frail, that's still a unit you should take down, because that 540 was no joke. That's 540 mitigated damage, so having that running around and just kind of ignoring it could be costly, but let's see how Jorgumand continues. He should be looking at prioritizing the Knight or the Mystic if he can get in range. I'm not too sure if he can actually push the range on that just yet, but he should be able to get fairly close to someone.
Yeah, this small map, I think, is definitely benefiting Jorgumand's team.
Yes, definitely. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and advance his Dark Knight towards Fel's Knight, who's already been injured earlier by Delita's Judgment Blade. So an additional chip damage or burst damage you can get out, potentially get a KO. I do believe that the Knight's going to end up surviving most things, though. The Dark Knight only did about high 200s in Crushing Blow from the first game, so I don't think the Knight's injured enough to get to the point where she'll get killed.
Yeah, the innate HP boost is definitely a reason to hunk around some Knights on your team. A lot of tankiness that comes from them.
Yes.
With this new patch.
Oh yeah, and
the mod.
Yeah, and okay, well for the Abyssal Blade. Alright, that was still good. Okay, he did get some damage on his Delita though because of the conal attack in the area, so that could actually be a bad thing in hindsight. But he did get the KO on the Mystic, so we'll take the Mystic out of the equation. However, looks like Felz is going to have to reposition his Chemist to get that revive.
Kind of on the back foot now, yeah, and he has to pick up his units as he goes. But the Mystic goes next turn.
It does.
So that's going to be interesting. Unless he is not able to revive him.
He should be able to revive. I don't think the Mystic is undead. I think he's getting checked by line of sight. He's got to reposition that Chemist to get in range to do so. He should be able to now. There you go.
I'm wondering what the CT is for the Ninja. Is it going to be a waste for reviving him? I'm curious. Alright.
Alright, so there goes the Mimicry Felled Phoenix down there since the Delita's not undead. That doesn't do anything this time around. It is Fel's Mystic turn, so he does have a couple of 3-tick. It looks like almost all of his casts are at 3-tick, with some of the Shrine was at 4-tick, so he does have a lot of opportunity. The Ninja is at 44 CT, so he does have the ability to get either Stone or Sleep off Mystic Arts.
Yeah, no. It's interesting. I was very curious if he wanted to use some of his summons. But it looks like he's just going for the a lot of stoning.
Okay, it looks like he's going to force Jorgumand's hand there. That Time Mage is about to act too, so maybe he's trying to get some initial counterplay there, or just kind of force his hand, like I was saying earlier, because that's one thing you got to keep in mind is even though that is a late cast for the Time Mage is going to get an action before that cast goes off. That's still something that's going to have to weigh in on. It's like, okay, well I have a disable like en route now. Should I be bothering with this? Like, what's the deal? Alright, Delita will go down there, and that also gets damage on that bar, but Jorgumand's Dark Knight will heal from that thanks to Balmung. And there's a double Unholy, so that will get rid of the Bard.
And heal the Mystic. Wow, and then Magic Counter. Heal again. Yeah, that's gross. How did he not die from... It's like plus 300, minus 200, plus 5, minus 10. You're like, alright, how is he still up?
That's the beauty of recoil damage and then having absorption, elemental absorption.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So it looks like Felz has a couple more plays here. He definitely has the advantage currently, based on the board. He needs to look at that Dark Knight, I'd wager, but might be thinking of something else, especially trying to get in position with that mine maybe. But Unholy Sacrifice is definitely out of the question. He's got to look at something else. Okay, yep, there he goes. Yep, he's switching up. Yep, because he needs to run St. Cross now because of the Balmung's Dark Absorb. Alright, so he's going to be doing that. Get some damage out on Jorgumand's Knight. Or Dark Knight, excuse me. That was 374 unmitigated because that Dark Knight does not have Shell. Alright, so the Mime's going to go ahead and mimic St. Cross. It's going to get some heals off on Fel's stack. And then the Magic Counter followed on the Mystic. It's also going to heal the Mime back up to full, which I think it already is at this point.
It's kind of gross. This is a very gross turn. Okay, so here's what I would do as a Time Mage. Try to cast Reflect, if he can, on himself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Reflect definitely should be 1 tick right now, and it's a pretty fast cast, I believe, anyways. I think it's actually base 1 speed, if not 2, so he should have the ability to get that out before for the duration. Wonder if he has access to a counter stop, maybe? So that may not be bad either.
Yeah, because that's 4 spaces, right?
Yeah, I don't think he has to move
Center?
to cast either. 1, 2.
No.
He's going to move either way and get directly from the Mystic. Okay.
Okay. And yeah, I think a lot of the focus on this time mage, again, ignoring the ninja. He's probably up next.
Yeah, the ninja should be getting react next. Yep.
Yeah, that's a very interesting play. Just having, because no one rocks the curse garb.
Yeah, it's usually a sketchy thing to run it, but it looks like the hesitation is going off first. But there is a disable.
Disable themselves.
Yeah, yep, he got an AOE range. Sadly, that will also disable the time mage, but that wasn't a bad play.
Oh god. Oh, okay. I thought I was gonna be able to do more disabling right there from the mist from the mime.
Yeah, sadly, yep. So this kind of a heads up there with mimicry. So the target has to be in the same basing and range as where the original caster was. So since the mystic cast like 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and a 1 right, the mime would also cast 3, 4, 1 right from its facing. So there was no valid target in that position at the time. Let's see what Jorgumand is up to. He does have a potential good play here he can make with this ninja. He definitely needs to make a solid play here now. Now his time mage is disabled. Looks like he's going to go ahead and get the flank on the knight.
Take the knight.
Now we'll get the knight and the critical, but not enough to finish her off just yet.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're switching gears over to Felz' mime, which should have a Rod of Faith currently, because that was the last last generic action that was used. Yep. Alright. Will not take down the ninja. The ninja will trigger Vanish, which gains invisibility. Invisibility is very nice in tandem when you have additional evasion sources like this dexterity or cloaks, which will just further increase his ability to dodge incoming attacks. However, with that being said, Felz is also using mostly abilities and not attacks, so that means that then the increased evasion won't affect the abilities in this case. But either way, let's see what Jorgumand's up to next here.
Is he just gonna nuke and see who's left?
That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, it's not a great plan. But
Yeah.
it's something.
Maybe Sanguine the chemist, because the chemist should be about to go. Okay, he's gonna go straight for Cloud. Okay,
Okay.
not a bad option, but the chemist could just revive.
Ooh. You get a kill.
That was a good kill. That was definitely a good kill. All right, but it is the chemist's turn, which I think he's gonna do a CT check.
Right.
Yep. The chemist is gonna go and push Cloud, I would assume, and go for the revive.
Right.
He's got different plans.
Yeah.
Alright, nope, he's got different plans, okay. Oh, okay, he's just repositioning the chemist to go for the throw items, alright. That is fair. I think he might have actually been kind of blocked by line of sight again, so that was a smart play there by Felz. And Cloud should be getting his turn here next.
Wait. That was not intentional.
Yep. So that's kind of the one thing with mimes is you got to be careful with where they are in facing, because that actually gave Jorgumand a heads up there. He does get the revive. However, with all that being said, he has the ability to just kind of get him back down. And all of Jorgumand's units, or his primary units, are in range of Cloud for a nasty unholy again.
Yep. It means he's still in the game.
Still in the game. He is still in the game.
That little misstep. He's still now in the game.
Alright, looks like I'm going to go ahead and follow up the unholy. I should heal the knight down both the ninja and the Lita.
Cup of life. Wow.
Alright, that's an overheal, 20 HP overheal there. Actually doesn't even get the chemist out of critical yet. The Dark Knight will sustain through that, topping him off. No trigger there on the knight, so that's a good thing. We're switching over to Felz Knight now.
And how long does the disable last now? Is it like one turn?
About 2 turns. About 2 turns, yeah. 2 unit turns.
So he might get his time mage back.
Alright, there's a Saint Cross there. This does proc the Dark Knight's Fury. It's an extra 2 PA there. Should be about 40 more damage. Alright, there's the Mimicry Saint Cross. It's going to be an extra 200-ish damage if I had to wager. Oh, 340. I forgot the unit is not shelled. Definitely important to make sure that you have Protect and Shell out on your units at all times. But again, that is also another learning experience in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then we're switching over to Jorgumand's Time Mage, which is still disabled. He did make a pretty funny play there. It actually disabled just fell right off, sadly.
Rough.
That is pretty rough, yeah.
But everybody's not Protect Shell right now, so...
But I think we know what's about to happen here.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bop there.
Yep.
You got a critical strike there, and that will down that Time Mage. And that is a GG.
No, yeah. Jorgumand, good game for your first couple.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's a hard learning experience going against Felz. Rough.
I think you did pretty well for, just kind of getting literally thrown into the fire. So, he's playing against a player that's definitely been grinding quite a bit here lately. Felz is fairly new too.
Head to remember the number of X. I keep forgetting to pay attention to that at the end of the game.
Yeah, honestly, I find myself having trouble with that sometimes too.
I'm gonna say 18. And then,
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I think it was right at the 20 mark.
Oh, good games, guys.
Thank you. Good game. I thought that was
Yeah,
18, 17, 18, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like 18.
So I'm confused about something. Disable silences?
It cancels
Cancels all the act.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't act. So,
You can't
yeah,
act.
cast
So, like,
spells.
when you're charging a
That's
spell
similar to
cast,
silence.
you are already charging, but the act of actually casting the spell does get cut off.
Yeah, and then I think there was a
Interesting.
time where you were fighting. You brought up your ninja to the invisible mine. I wouldn't be surprised if you were confused on the percentage to hit because the mine was invisible, so his evasion is increased in that one too.
Oh, it was
Because of
0.
something
I was like, yeah, what? Why is it 0? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. No worries. And then, the other thing is the veil.
It should have been 0.
There's that. There's a ring.
It was-
Cloud's wearing.
It was because I was too high. He was using float boots on a 2 height.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
okay,
too far
that
down.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, he was too far down.
Also, the
Oh yeah, watch out for the
ring
veil.
where you
or
put
the-
veil on your character. Yeah,
steadfast
that's a new
ring.
feature with this mod.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. It just first 2 turns you can't do damage to him.
So what was that? What gives that?
Steadfast
What's it called? Which ring is it again?
Steadfast ring. Yep.
Steadfast.
can,
This one.
can Fish not
First
hear me
2
again?
turns you can't hurt him at all?
Well,
Not the
it's
first 2 turns. It's about 1 unit action, and then it'll be like right before.
It's
You'll
about-
see
yeah, I think
the
it's about a turn, turn and a
words.
half,
You'll see
to
the words,
2, depending
veil
on how
fall
fast
off.
your character is.
It's 12 ticks to be exact.
Yeah.
Joker. Can you hear Wing by chance?
He cannot.
No.
You can't. Okay, yeah, because Wing was just like, can he not hear me? So yeah, that explains. Yeah, that definitely explains. That's all good.
Yeah, so what did the other team also, they all absorbed dark? Is that what was going on there?
Yeah,
They
it was
all
a theme
absorbed
team.
Yeah, not Luminous Chameleon Robes.
You're muting my mic, Wingman, telling me to shut up. I get it.
No. I was trying to see if you could hear me, dumbass.
This is great YouTube quality. But either way, but yeah, as you probably noticed, Jorgumand, there's definitely a very broad or wide amount of creativity that you can do. So, Felz, you want to kind of just briefly explain what you were doing? Because I know he was probably just like, "What is going on right now?" So,
Yeah, I apologize. That was a little sweaty of me. So, yes, the chameleon robes were mostly what I was using. I also had a couple of items like the Minerva Bustier, which negates dark, so that prevents any damage from dark, so I can't hurt myself. I had that on one of the swords, and also I think it was the Balmung I was using. Or no, that wasn't in there. That was something else.
Well, Jorg's Balmung actually prevented your unholy sacrifice, though. Just to throw that out there.
Right, exactly. That's why your Dark Knight was absorbing it.
Right.
My Knight, though, he had Vampire Cloak on. That's why he was absorbing it.
Yeah, the big thing with the disable, I saw you cast that. I thought it was like a don't move thing, like you were trying to prevent me from moving up before I cast something. And I saw that guy. I was like, oh, my summon's gonna go off anyway, so I don't really care because it's gonna hit for like 500 on like 4 guys, and then it didn't cast. I was like, oh, mistakes were made.
Yeah, that's why though. Yeah, because you were disabled, you're not able to act anymore, so
Right,
they turned off the ability to cast.
Yeah, you're thinking of the other
Gotcha,
ability,
yeah.
immobilize. There's immobilize and disable. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But nonetheless, GG to you both.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Well, appreciate everybody.
Yep.
Much respect, Jorgumand.
Definitely much
Yeah.
respect. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. GG.
And welcome to the community. You feel free to ask away anything. There's a lot to take in, a lot to grasp, and the cup is this Sunday. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask in the server. Anybody, including myself, I'm sure would be love to help you out, to get you fast tracked as much as possible.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, with all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and tie up the exhibition for tonight. Appreciate everybody once again for being here with me and getting this done. Thank you to Joker for commentating with me. Thank you for Wingman for officiating, and thank you Felz and Jorgumand for putting up the show. Appreciate you all, and thank you also for Guitar for he's in the audience.
Thanks for having me.
He's been watching from the beginning to the end, so thank you Guitar for being there as well. So I will catch you guys some other time. See you all on Sunday.
See you
Later.
Laters.
Awesome.